Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the 25-26 school year. Yeah. Opening session is an incredible day in our district. In one room at one time, we have, look around, hundreds of brilliant minds, centuries worth of experience and institutional knowledge, and probably at least 3 people who are already plotting their early exit. You're all here, and I could not be more excited. You showed up, not just physically, but with your energy, your ideas, your excitement for the school year ahead. This isn't just another meeting, this is a moment. A moment to celebrate where we've been, a moment to remember who we are, and a moment to get really excited about where we're going. This room is full of difference makers. And whether you've been with us for 30 years, you know who you are, or 30 days, whether you're in a classroom, an office, on the roads, or out in the field, you play an important role in making a difference for our students and our families and our entire school community. Thank you for that. Now, I'd be remiss if I didn't acknowledge that the world beyond our classroom and the world within them is connected. We know there are changes and challenges and shifting dynamics in education across our society. These moments can bring uncertainty and they can stir emotions in all of us because the work we do for students does not happen in isolation. When times feel unsettled, the temptation can be to shrink back and to lose focus on the bigger picture in favor of what's actually happening in the moment. But that is not who we are at Midland Public Schools. When we start to feel overwhelmed by uncertainty and other factors that might be outside of our control, we need to ground ourselves back in our vision. It helps us guide the way. It reminds us to lead with respect, trust, and courage, to ensure that we are working together to create the most equitable, inclusive, and collaborative environments for our students and for one another, so that we can really, truly enable all of us to be successful. It's exactly why moments like today's opening session matter. They remind us that in times of uncertainty, we anchor each other to what's important. We see each other, we support each other, and we hold each other accountable to the highest standards. At the end of the day, we're all striving for the same goal, to do the very best work we can for our students and for our MPS team. This year, MPS will embark on a strategic planning process to collaboratively create a plan, a roadmap that will guide our future. Our plan will be aspirational for sure, yet practical. It will be future-focused while honoring our current successes and the current challenges and opportunities ahead. And it will be centered on what we know we need to do to support student achievement. And yes, the strategic planning process will lead to the development of a new facility improvement plan because our students and each of you as members of our MPS team deserve to have facilities that enable everyone to achieve success. I can assure you that we will remain true to our vision and to who we are as an organization. We will act with care and intention to shape what comes next for our school community and, honestly, the world, because we're difference makers. It starts right here with the culture that we continue to nurture for one another, and it starts with the commitments we make to each other and our students and our families. Over the next few hours, we're going to celebrate one another, we're going to connect, we're going to learn a few new things, and I hope that you find today both useful and energizing as we head into what will surely be an amazing school year. I know it will be amazing because it starts right here in this room with each and every one of you. So let's get started by introducing some of our special guests. We do have some Board of Education members with us, and then we're going to get right into the awards and celebrations. Please help me welcome today Board President Phil Rausch, and he'll be talking with us here in a minute. We have Trustee Becky Craig. And Trustee Ann Horowitz. And thank you to the three of you for being here, and thank you to the board members who could not join us, Scott McFarland, Jennifer Ringgold, John Lauterbach, and Brad Blasey. I'd like to welcome Board President Phil Rausch to share a few words with you this morning. Good morning.
Thank you. Well, I know it must be the start of a school year because my first grade daughter was designing her t-shirt that she was going to make on the cricket this morning for her first day of school. And in honor of Taylor Swift's first new album, it's going to say, "In my first grade era." So you can look for that. But thank you, Penny, and good morning, everyone. It is a true privilege to welcome you to the start of the new school year. On behalf of the Midland Public Schools Board of Education, I want to begin by thanking each and every one of you for your dedication, your resilience, and your unwavering commitment to our students and families. Our mission remains as vital as ever, to provide every student with an exceptional experience, educational experience by leading with respect, trust, and courage, ensuring an equitable, collaborative, and inclusive culture, enabling all of our students to achieve success. And that mission is powered by you, our teachers, support staff, administrators, and everyone who makes this district run. This past year, your achievements have been nothing short of inspiring. From the classroom to the community, you've gone above and beyond. Our staff has led the successful implementation of new instructional strategies that helped close learning gaps. Teams across the district collaborated to enhance student support services, ensuring that every child feels seen, heard, and valued. And behind the scenes, our operations and facilities teams kept our schools safe, clean, and welcoming with limitless dedication. These are just a few examples that you'll hear more about today of the excellence you bring to your work every day. And while we may not have new and refreshed facilities on the horizon just yet, we have something even more powerful, a team of professionals who believe in the potential of every child. As a board, we are committed to supporting you. That means listening to your needs, advocating for the tools and time you require, and ensuring that your voices are heard in every decision that we make. Let's make this year one of collaboration, creativity, and connection. Let's continue to lift each other up and lead with purpose. And let's remind our students, our families, and ourselves that the heart of Midland Public Schools isn't found in bricks and mortar, but in the people who show up every day to make a difference. Thank you for all you do, and let's have a great year together. Thanks.
All right, on to the Distinguished Service Awards. Thanks, Phil. I completely echo Phil's sentiments. The gratitude is here. On to the celebrations. We are fortunate to have many community partners across Midland, and we're just really thankful that they value education. One of our longest standing partners is the Roland M. Gerstacker Foundation, and they sponsor the awards that you're going to see this morning. We sincerely appreciate their opportunities for recognizing our colleagues, for recognizing dedicated service and educational excellence. The representatives from the Gerstacker Foundation, Lisa Gerstacker and the Honorable Bill Schuette, extend their gratitude to all of you and their regrets that they couldn't join us today. They hope that we have an amazing school year. So without further delay, we're going to get on to our first award. I am thrilled to introduce to you the principal of Northeast Middle School, Keith Seibert, to offer the first award this morning.
Thanks for that. I normally don't get too nerved up, but today I was a little bit. Good morning, Midland Public Schools. I take great pleasure in having the opportunity to present a Distinguished Service Award to one of our Viking staff members. This award highlights team members across the district who bring stability to our buildings and keep the district running each and every day. No group is more vital than the administrative assistants throughout our schools. They take on roles that change by the minute: customer service representative, dispatcher, nurse, counseling for me, lead negotiator, custodian, scheduler, copier technician, and much, much more. Some days they will fill some of these roles before 8 o'clock and often all at once. The world record for the longest duration juggling 3 objects is 13 hours, 10 minutes, and 5 seconds. I've been in our office and seen our administrative assistants juggle far more than that, and for almost as long. There is no better representative of this group's work ethic and genuine care than our Viking honoree today. She began working for MPS in 1999 and has served in numerous buildings across the district. Many staff have shared testimonials about her, too many to share in the short time that I have today. However, consistent themes emerged. They describe her as exceptional, patient, dedicated, amazing, positive, and most importantly to me, trustworthy. I am honored to present a Distinguished Service Award to my friend and the backbone of Northeast Middle School, Barb Camp.
We always just got to get in the groove with where people go. It takes us a minute. Please welcome Melissa Ahern from the Pre-Primary Center for our second award.
Good morning, everyone. Whew, I'm a little nervous. Every school has that one person, the one who knows where everything is, who knows everyone's name, and who somehow manages to make the entire building feel calm, cared for, and just a little bit brighter. At the Pre-Primary Center, sorry, I get choked up at these things, Amanda, I know. Okay, here we go. At the Pre-Primary Center, we are lucky enough to have that person. She's the one who's handled 100 things before most people have poured their first cup of coffee. She's already walked out to greet our elementary friends at the neighborhood bus stop, handed out multiple ice packs, cleaned up a few bloody noses, given a handful of hugs, all while answering our very persistent doorbells and keeping things running like clockwork. She doesn't like attention. In fact, if you try to give her any, she'll awkwardly laugh or change the subject. Don't even try to snap a photo of her or ask her to join a group picture. She will Houdini her way out of the frame in record time. It's very impressive. But if you happen to walk by her desk at just the right moment, especially on a PD day or in the summer, you'll catch a glimpse of real magic, because this quiet hero, she's got a soundtrack. From around the corner, I'll often hear her voice belting out whatever song is bumping on her playlist. This girl is on fire. It's a memorable tune that I've heard from my desk many times, and it's true, she is on fire. She handles everything with grace, humor, almost always a 90s or 2000s throwback playlist. The kind that kids today would definitely call peak playlist or certified bops. We may be the early childhood building in our district, but this person, she helps us keep up and helps us stay just hip enough. She has an incredible memory, the kind that stores every name, detail, allergy, licensing rule, scheduling, oddity, and with crystal clarity. Her brain is basically a living filing cabinet, and I will openly admit it has saved me more than once. But what truly sets her apart is the way that she builds relationships with staff, with students, with volunteers, with families. She remembers the little things, birthdays, siblings, the kind of day someone has had. She even knows the pets that live around Carpenter. And if a dog is running loose in the parking lot or a cat is wandering the playground, she knows exactly which neighbor to call. And somehow always knows the perfect moment to offer encouragement, to simply listen, or to magically appear with a snack when it's needed most. My personal favorite, that occasional crisp fountain pop. If you know, you know. A little tradition on the days where we both need a boost. And on the really hard days, she just might throw in a dozen cookies because there's no delivery fee. And sometimes a warm chocolate chip cookie from McDonald's honestly can solve the world's problems. And I can't forget to mention her stories. She has the best stories. It's like life sends her the strangest, funniest, most wonderfully awkward situations on purpose, just so she can retell them on Monday mornings. Listening to her describe an odd encounter or a surprise mishap is truly one of the great joys of working with her. She turns everyday chaos into comedy gold. And as many of her colleagues shared in their nominations, she is the glue that holds us together, the steady, grounding presence in a place full of motion and emotion, where our little learners are always on the move, and tender moments are woven into every minute. She will never ask for recognition. She never expects applause, but today she's getting both. Because today it's our turn to say thank you. Amy, thank you for being the steady heart of the Pre-Primary Center. Thank you for your humor, your generosity, and unmatched hustle, showing up with genuine care and going above and beyond. And now, even though she's plotting her escape out of the spotlight, please help me celebrate and recognize our 2025 Distinguished Service Award recipient, Amy Gates. This girl is on fire.
This is so fun. The next award is from Central Park Elementary. Please welcome Chelsea Sauvé, the new principal of CPE.
Good morning, everyone. It's an honor to be here as we celebrate the exceptional service and dedication of those who make our district extraordinary. Today, I'm proud to present the Distinguished Service Award to an incredible special education paraprofessional at Central Park. Paraprofessionals are the compassionate backbone of our schools, building confidence, fostering independence, and ensuring every child feels seen, valued, and capable. Our honoree has served in various places across the district: Mills, Siebert, Chestnut Hill, Carpenter Street School, and now Central Park Elementary. She brings with her adaptability, skill, and heart to every single role. She grew up in Auburn, Michigan, graduated from Bay City Western, and brings the same patience and joy to her work that she shows in her hobbies like camping, family board games, and of course, gardening. Her nominators described her as dedicated, caring, consistent, and endlessly positive. She works with some of our most challenging students within the emotional impairment classroom, but yet always has a smile. Whether de-escalating a crisis, encouraging attendance, or supporting recess, she remains calm, professional, and proactive, earning the trust of both students and staff. She embodies patience, sets clear boundaries, and sees the good in every child, and most importantly, she offers them a clean slate every day. Simply put, she is overdue for this recognition, and we are so fortunate to have her in the Midland Public Schools family and at the park. On behalf of the district, thank you for your dedication, compassion, and example. Thank you for making our kids feel seen, even in their most challenging moments. It is with great pride and joy that I present the Distinguished Service Award to Ms. Shelley Rabideau.
One more Distinguished Service Award, and this is like a little extra special because we have a duo presentation team. Please help me welcome Jen Service and Amanda Sherry to the stage.
Good morning. It is with heartfelt gratitude that we introduce our next Distinguished Service Award recipient. This remarkable individual is not only the backbone of our elementary curriculum office, she is the heartbeat. Her steadfast commitment, genuine compassion, and extraordinary work ethic make her an irreplaceable part of our team and a shining example of professional excellence. She is a steady hand, the problem solver when challenges arise, and the quiet force ensuring everything runs seamlessly, often without anyone realizing the scope of her efforts. She works behind the scenes, never seeking recognition, yet her influence is felt in every corner of our work. Her precision keeps us organized, her care ensures we feel supported, and her humility reminds us that leadership is not always about being in the spotlight. It's about lifting others up so they can shine. From answering emails to securing last-minute meeting spaces, from organizing and delivering curriculum materials to carefully managing budgets, she ensures every detail, big and small, is handled. She approaches each task with calm efficiency, meticulous organization, and an unwavering willingness to go above and beyond. Her positive spirit and quiet strength have earned the deep respect and appreciation of everyone around her.
This individual's influence extends far beyond the elementary curriculum office. She's a vital source of support for our student support specialist and SEL specialist teams. While she may work out of the spotlight, the impact of her efforts are felt directly in the lives of our students and staff. Because of her prompt, organized, and self-directed approach, our mental health clinicians are able to dedicate more time to direct student care, while spending less time on paperwork and behind-the-scenes coordination tasks that are just vitally important as well. As a result, students experience fewer delays in accessing the services that they need, services that are often pivotal to their academic and personal well-being. This recipient meets every challenge with initiative and optimism. She anticipates needs before they arise, steps in without hesitation, and consistently delivers with grace and accuracy. Her approachability, reliability, and readiness to help amplify the reach and effectiveness of our mental health and well-being services, making a meaningful difference in the efficiency of support our students and staff receive. She leads with kindness, acts with courage, and serves with humility. We are incredibly fortunate and endlessly grateful to work alongside someone so generous, capable, and hardworking. For all the things she does without ever asking for credit, it is our great honor to shine the spotlight on Jessica Studebaker and say thank you. Jessie, you truly embody the spirit of distinguished service in every way.
That was super fun. I love our DSA award winners because they're the most dedicated people, and I loved what was just said. You know, in my experience, all 4 of these are not looking for the spotlight. They're just showing up every day doing amazing work. This year we've done something a little different. You might notice we're not making them go down and sit in the audience. They're able to just go enjoy each other's company, get more photos, and we're gonna deliver these ginormous plants to them later. I tried to hold them for a photo, not gonna work. All right, on to the Gerstacker Awards. Similar to DSA, we're very appreciative of the Gerstacker Foundation for recognizing teaching excellence. I want you to just really take a moment after today, if you're willing, without overwhelming them, to check in with previous and our new additions to the Gerstacker crew. I think the next slide has our previous winners. If you were a previous Gerstacker winner, could you just stand and wave to the crowd for a second? the best of the best, and we're adding 4 more today. Again, I challenge you to connect with one of those teachers that you just saw or one of the 4 we're honoring today. I know there's something that you can learn from them. I'm happy to introduce our colleague and MCEA president, Jerry Lombardo, to help us kick off the Gerstacker Awards. Jerry?
Morning, everyone, and welcome. For those of you that do not know me, my name is Jerry Lombardo. I'm a Midland High special education teacher and the thank you, and the president of the Midland City Education Association. Every year, it didn't matter if I was teaching middle school and now high school, I get asked, do you shine your head? And I figure with all these lights on me, I might look like I'm glowing. So thank you. Before I start, I also just want to welcome all the new teachers and new hires that we have here. I believe we have around 40. If you guys don't mind standing so we can welcome you. It was a pleasure to meet all of you guys last week at orientation. As we begin the new school year, one thing is certain: change is all around us. Whether welcomed or unexpected, change brings a mix of emotions. It can be exciting, full of opportunity and growth, and it can also feel uncertain or even overwhelming. This year, let's acknowledge both sides of change and commit to navigating it together with resilience, curiosity, and support for one another. As we move through all these changes, one of the most important things we can do is support one another. Whether it's offering a kind word, a helping hand, or just being there to listen, we all have the power to make this year a little easier for each other. Equally as important as helping others and remembering to care for ourselves. Taking time to rest, reflect, and recharge isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. In a busy school year with its deadlines and expectations, it's easy to forget that we can't pour from an empty cup. So let's make space for both helping others and ourselves, knowing that balance is key to our success and well-being. The last time I had the honor of introducing the Gerstacker Award, I spoke about my MPS family, how they helped shape me to become the teacher I am today. But it's also that same family that has helped to keep me in this profession by helping me to navigate the stress of the many changes that we encounter throughout our careers. How? Well, it revolved around food. And maybe some drinks. So, we ate lunch together. We shared stories, talked about anything and everything. We even once did a blindfolded candy bar taste test. Robin Allen definitely knows his candy bars. We proudly wore our flabulous t-shirts and met during lunch and encouraged and congratulated each other during a wellness challenge. It was gathering for breakfast at 6 a.m. at the Boulevard on payday Fridays, or getting together in the afternoons on Fridays after school. These moments didn't just make the school year easier, they made them joyful. But somewhere along the way, those moments became less frequent or just completely stopped. We started filling every spare minute with grading, emails, and extra support sessions with our students, always giving more to others and less to ourselves. And while our commitment to our students is unwavering, we need to remember that taking time for ourselves and for each other is not selfish, it's essential. So as we step into this new year, I want to offer a challenge to all of us. Have lunch together. Set a day, maybe every payday, maybe once a month, but whatever it looks like, follow through. If you already have your lunch crew, that's wonderful. But take a moment and look around. Who's missing? Who hasn't been invited yet or needs to be invited again? Who might just be waiting for someone to reach out? because those small moments of connection do matter. They remind us that we're not alone, that we're part of something bigger, a school family that supports, encourages, and uplifts each other. Let's choose to show up for each other this year, not just in the classroom, but around the lunch table too. Just as we need to take time for ourselves and make connections, we also need to celebrate the wonderful things we do as educators. The Gerstacker Excellence in Teaching Award began in 1956 and is widely recognized in our community as the most prestigious honor given to a professional educator. Near the end of last year, nominations were collected from parents, fellow educators, and students. Over the summer, the Gerstacker Committee met to select this year's winners. I would like to take a moment to thank the Gerstacker family for their continued support, without which this award would not be possible. I would also like to thank the Gerstacker Award Committee, Board of Ed member John Lauterbach, MPS Administrator Scott Cochran, 2024 award recipient Christine Brillhart, and the MCA Professional Standards Chair, Amy Guzman. A special thank you goes to Amy, who spends many hours organizing the awards process, and Executive Secretary Sarah Dooley for the behind-the-scenes work that helps to make it all happen. It is now time to reveal the first of this year's Gerstacker Excellence in Teaching Award winners. Please welcome Caitlin Buer to present the first award.
Okay, didn't fall walking up the stairs, so we're off to a good start. It's an absolute honor to stand here today to celebrate and recognize an extraordinary Woodcrest teacher and the recipient of the prestigious Gerstacker Teaching Award. Now, if you've ever stepped foot in Woodcrest Elementary, you already know. This is not a surprise. You could probably see it from a mile away because this teacher's fingerprints and maybe paintbrush strokes are everywhere. The work this teacher does in her room doesn't stay contained within the four walls. It radiates throughout our entire school. Just like the rainbows in her classroom, she spends countless hours introducing students to a variety of artistic mediums, guiding them through the creative process, and then proudly displaying their work in every hallway throughout Woodcrest. These displays aren't just decorations, they are the heartbeat of our building. Buffy Hall, your students' artwork is what makes Woodcrest Woodcrest. And I'm sure every staff member can tell you there are days when you are rushing to your next task. You are hyper-focused on making sure you get to that copier. But you pass by Buffy's displays, and without even realizing it, you slow down. For a few seconds, it feels like you've stepped into an art gallery and you find yourself wondering, how does she get this out of elementary students? The detail, the beauty, the pride in each piece, it is remarkable. Buffy holds her students and herself to the highest standard. Imagine giving a block of clay to a first grader and say, make a baby chick out of this. Who does that? Buffy. And the end product isn't just a lump of clay with feathers. It's beautiful. It's the kind of work that makes Woodcrest students beam with pride. One of Buffy's most treasured traditions is the annual self-portrait project. Every year, from kindergarten through 5th grade, students create a self-portrait. By the time they reach 5th grade, they can look back at years of growth, and it's breathtaking. I'll never forget one day last year, a student was showing me their 1st grade picture compared to their 5th grade picture, chuckling and saying, look at this, look what Mrs. Hall taught me to do. Something else that sets Buffy apart is the range of students she reaches. On any given day, she might be teaching a group of wide-eyed kindergartners in the morning and then coaching middle school and high schooler swimmers that same evening, with every age group in between. As educators, most of us specialize in an age range, which we should. I challenge a high school teacher to come spend an hour engaging a room full of kindergartners. And on the flip side, let's see a kindergarten teacher keep a room full of seniors engaged for an hour. The fact that Buffy can do both and do it with excellence is nothing short of a work of art. And then there's the part of the story that humbles us all. Over the past year and a half, Buffy faced a personal battle. One that would have caused many to step back, a cancer diagnosis. But not Buffy. Her students were her reason to keep going. I cannot count how many times I said, Buffy, just take a few days, take a week, relax, get some rest. And she would smile and say, nope, I want to be here. I love my job. This is where I want to stay. And when I tell you she did it with a smile, she did. At one point, we had 3 incredible women at Woodcrest facing cancer, and the weight of that reality was heavy on all of us. Yet, through it all, Buffy was the one who kept us grounded, who lifted our spirits, who reminded us that there is no challenge too great to face together. Buffy Hall is not just an art teacher. She is a coach, a mentor, a cheerleader, and a quiet warrior. She teaches our students that creativity takes courage, that beauty is worth working for, and that rainbows are possible even after every storm. The Gerstacker Teaching Award is meant to honor exceptional educators. Today, it's also honoring an exceptional human. Congratulations, Buffy. You make Woodcrest proud.
It is the very best when they're genuinely surprised. Please welcome Tracy Renfro from Adams Elementary for our next presentation. And a bunch of other people from Adams Elementary.
Good morning to all. I'm Tracy Renfro, principal of Adams, as many of you know. With joy and deep pride, I take to the floor to honor an educator we all so adore. Before I begin, I must take a stand to thank the Gerstacker family, so grand, for making this moment possible each year to celebrate teachers we hold so dear. The Gerstacker Award is a prize of esteem for those who uplift each child and dream. And today we unveil with excitement and grace the name of a hero who brightens this place. This year's award goes to someone we treasure, whose heart and hard work go beyond any measure. She champions students, she partners with peers, with wisdom and kindness that grow throughout the years. Her colleagues wrote words that are striking and true of all of the amazing things she will do. She's driven by data with students in mind, crafting instruction that's thoughtful and kind. She uplifts each person, helps all feel they're heard, encouraging always with action and word. She goes above and beyond every day with a smile and a spirit that light up the way. Her knowledge runs deep, her standards are high. She helps our young learners soar and fly. Integrity, fairness, a welcoming air. She brings all these qualities into our care. To sum up her impact, one word comes to light, a word that defines her with meaning just right. Each letter within it reveals something true about all of the wonderful things that she'll do. L is for leadership, steady and wise, with excellence shining in all that she tries. From small groups to staff rooms, her guidance is clear, a calm, steady hand that we're lucky is near. I is intentional, nothing's by chance. Each lesson, each meeting, each backward glance. She plans with precision and always with heart, making sure every learner gets a strong start. T is for teamwork, for the strength she promotes. With listening, laughter, and thoughtful notes, she builds every team with respect and grace and always brings unity into our space. E is expertise, broad and profound, from fluency tips to concepts that astound. She tailors instruction, she elevates skill with knowledge and purpose and iron-strong will. R is reflection. Her learning never ends. She sharpens her practice and uplifts her friends. She ponders the outcome and always will say, how can I grow and do better each day? A stands for application, weaving it in. Across every subject, a literacy win. Science and social studies, writing and more. She helps every child unlock every door. C is compassion, the core of her being. She lifts up each soul with her thoughtful seeing. She meets every person just where they are, guiding with kindness like a guiding star. Y is for yes, her most powerful trait. To effort, to challenge, to love over hate. To change, to equity, to each child's voice. She says yes to all and makes it their choice. She doesn't just coach, she lives literacy, creating a culture where all minds are free. With passion and purpose, with joy and with light, she helps every learner take off in flight. As her principal, what brings me such pride is how she's a beacon and trusted guide. Respectful and helpful with patience and grace, she brightens each hallway and every space. Last year, she helped me with courage and flair, delivering a message she was brave to share. And afterward said with a laugh and a grin, that's my last time on the stage, and I'm not doing it again. But guess what, my friend? You're back here today, and not just to speak, to shine in this way. So please help me cheer with a heartful embrace for a woman whose work has uplifted this place. She's all that the word literacy shows, through leadership, love, and the yes that she chose. Congratulations, Shannon, on all you have done. The honor is yours. You're truly the one. Want to take that? Shannon.
We get to hear from Keith again. We have another winner from Northeast this year. Please welcome Keith Seibert.
You ever have one of those times in college when you're like, oh great, I gotta go next? My absolute worst class in my whole English major was poetry, so I don't have a poem today. But I did try my hardest, so I'll just give you that. All right, I'd like to begin today by thanking the Gerstacker family. Your continued support and dedication to teachers is recognized and appreciated. This award has become one of the most meaningful traditions in our district, one that reminds me of what truly matters in a school system. I've read it in literature, and I've heard it spoken. And years ago, somebody in the Gerstacker family recognized a simple but essential truth, that if you want to have a great school, you have to have great teachers. It's not about how nice the building is and how many banners you have, or how good your football team is, because without great teachers, a school can't succeed. On the other hand, if you give students great staff, educators who care and never give up, those students will feel that they're in a great school. More importantly, they'll feel seen, supported, and believed in. This award honors the power of that relationship. And although this recognition spotlights just a few individuals, it celebrates all of the teachers across our district. The few we honor this morning represent the many, and they remind us of what is possible when teachers lead with commitment and purpose. I moved to Midland in 1998 because of this district's reputation. I really wanted to work here. Midland Public Schools had a name that people respected. My wife and I chose to stay here and raise our kids in the community because we wanted them to be taught here. The kind of teachers that we're celebrating today, the kind that change lives in big and quiet ways. Now I'd like to turn your attention to a very special teacher at Northeast Middle School, one of this year's Gerstacker recipients. Let me begin by saying that this teacher has a style that is unique and all her own. In her classroom, students feel safe to take risks, to make mistakes and learn from those moments because they know she will be there to guide and push them forward. This teacher has a gift of caring while also being brutally honest. Her students always know exactly where they stand. She is kind but firm. She believes in her students way more often than they believe in themselves, and she refuses to let them settle for anything less than their best. This staff member serves some of our most vulnerable and at-risk students, the ones who often need the most support and may not always ask for it. But her impact goes far beyond the walls of their classroom. She is truly woven into the fabric of Northeast Middle School, and she keeps a constant pulse on the building. If you need a student event planned, she's on it. If there's a meal that needs to be organized for a family in need, she's already halfway there. Need someone to lead, to help, to listen, or serve, she always steps up. I'd like to share just a few quotes of what other colleagues wrote about her. She is truly born to be an educator. I have never witnessed someone who cares more about students. She takes the time to really know them and builds incredible rapport. She is the one students seek out when they're hungry, sad, or just need a hug. She is tough on kids, but always fair, and because of that, students deeply respect her. Another staff member said, she is the heart of Northeast. As the longest-serving teacher in our building, I might have just given it away, she defines what it means to be a Viking. She holds her students to high expectations, but always with compassion. She leads with strength and empathy, and that, a rare balance, makes her both effective and beloved. The same person went on to say she is the glue that holds our school together. She organizes the talent show, the tailgates, the cookouts, and more, creating memories that stay with students long after they leave us. And she shows just as much care for her colleagues. She is often the first to offer support when a staff member is in need. She knows every word of the Northeast Fight song, and she sings it with pride at every 8th grade honors program. That's who she is, fiercely loyal, deeply dedicated, and all in all the time. And finally, Kim is a phenomenal teacher with deep commitment to students, to staff, and the overall culture of our building. She is constantly coming up with new ways to strengthen and uplift our school community. More than just a planner and leader, Kim is the driving force behind a positive culture of our school. She forms connections with students like no one else I know. She consistently goes above and beyond to meet their needs, whether academically, physically, or emotionally. When a student spilled milk on their sweatshirt, most teachers would have said, "It's okay, just wash it at home." But Kim, she gave the student a spare shirt, took the sweatshirt, washed it during the school day, got the stain out, and then gave it back. That small act says everything about her commitment to our students. She just doesn't care. She shows it again and again. Kim helps students and staff feel like a family, and Northeast Middle School feel like a home. That is exactly the kind of educator this award was created to honor. So it is with great pride and gratitude that I present the 2025 Gerstacker Award to my colleague and friend, Kim Formsma.
One more. Please welcome Scott Cochran, principal of H.H. Dow High School. Good morning.
That's Keys. Yeah. Okay. Good morning, Sam. All right. Sam, I was feeling pretty good about our speech, and then Melissa started singing. Are you going to sing? Me either, so you'll be glad for that. All right. Well, good morning, and welcome to the 2025-26 school year. My name is Scott Cochran, principal of H.H. Dow High School, and I'm here with Sam Nelson, English teacher leader, to introduce a very special Dow High teacher. As we begin, I'd like to take a moment to thank the Gerstacker family for their support of all MPS educators, all of you in general, and for this award specifically. Thank you, Gerstacker family and foundation. We appreciate you. Well, Sam, we have a Gerstacker winner. That's pretty awesome, right? It's our honor to be here to recognize a wonderful teacher. This award for excellence in teaching is more than a recognition of skill. It's a tribute to the heart, dedication, and impact of someone who changes lives every single day. Teachers are the true heroes. We know that. Our winner today is a teacher who leads with compassion. She sees her students. She really hears them, connects with them, and she makes them feel valued. She truly leads with compassion and understanding. This teacher brings flexibility to her classroom. She adapts, adjusts, and meets her students where they are. One of her great gifts is that she helps students to believe in themselves. She has a way of building confidence, especially in our most vulnerable learners. She sees what they can achieve even before they do, and she builds that belief in her students. In fact, an observer once said, one of this teacher's strengths is that she challenges students to push their abilities and efforts beyond what they would otherwise have expected of themselves. In turn, they come to new realizations of their own capacities. This teacher has remarked that one of her favorite aspects of teaching is derived from watching kids come to this realization. Well, that's one of our favorite transformations to observe also. Now, Sam, can you help us out here? What have
When we talk about educators who transform a school community, we're talking about people like today's honoree, someone who says yes to the hard work, not because it's required, but because it's right. She volunteers her time to attend leadership meetings every other week to advocate for her department and students. She stepped into a new school after an unexpected transfer and fully committed to it, even turning down the chance to return to her previous position. Her focus has always been on the students in front of her. She champions inclusion. She once helped a student transition into general education classes, walking alongside him until he believed in himself. She volunteers her planning periods to grade time-consuming IB assessments or to help colleagues understand special education needs, making everyone around her better. And it's not just about the work. It's about the ways she makes people feel. You'll find her laughing and joking with students in the hallway, creating a classroom where they feel safe to speak up, try, and even fail without fear. She's the kind of teacher whose presence makes a school feel welcoming. Her influence goes beyond the classroom. She works to bring more diverse texts into the curriculum, pilots innovative courses, and runs after-school clubs, creating spaces where students feel welcome. Over just a few years, she's taught subjects from math to science to English, often outside her original discipline, with the same level of energy and care. She brings positivity into every room, making students and staff feel at ease. And she does this all without seeking recognition, which is exactly why she deserves it.
Thank you, Sam, for sharing those insights into our winner today. So who is our winner? And I can see that she knows. Well, she grew up in this area. She was high school president of the National Honor Society. She was active in sports and other school activities before she moved on to graduate twice with both her bachelor's and master's from Central Michigan University. Fire up Chips. After her student teaching in Beale City and right here in this building, well, at Central Middle School, Sarah was hired to teach at the Juvenile Care Center, where she helped students grow and excel for 18 years. In 2021, it was our great fortune that she moved to Dow High School, where she's a leader in our special education department, and she helps students believe in themselves. You heard that common theme, right? She helps students believe in themselves and succeed every day. She's taught small groups, she's a wonderful co-teacher, and she's been a key member of our summer school team. Back when she was first applying for a job, Sarah's supervising teacher enthusiastically advocated for her, saying, "I would highly recommend Sarah for a special education teaching position. She would be an asset to any classroom and has been a blessing for our classroom." Well, amen to that. I couldn't agree more. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage our 2025 winner of the Gerstecker Award for Excellence in Teaching, Sarah Peratt.
Congratulations to all of our Gerstecker Teaching and Excellence Award winners. It's now time to honor our Administrator Inspiring Excellence Award recipient. An administrator who is worthy of this award is a person who really ensures that student needs are met and that they are really contributing to our overall school community. We had many nominations this year, all exceptional. Thank you to the team who really struggled to choose this year's winner. Again, noting providing exemplary leadership, having a strong commitment to our district vision statement, which you've heard several times today, elements of that vision statement, and really supporting our staff, our students, and our school community. Our winner embodies all of those. This year's winner does not just lead. They navigate with great intention and care, even when the waters get rough. Join me on this brief voyage, one powered by strong sails and the mighty oars of these guiding values of collaboration, family, integrity, respect, honesty, dedication, and trust. Let's begin with collaboration. This administrator understands that we are better when we work together. In fact, the map that this leader uses to navigate is based on input from the school community, collaboratively developed by teachers. Even the professional learning plan is collaborative, by teachers, for teachers. This leader truly believes in the power of the crew to move the ship forward. They invest heavily in nurturing very productive professional learning communities, creating spaces where voices are heard and genuinely valued. The collaborative spirit even extends to community partnerships like Community Mental Health, the ROC, and the parent organization. This leader has made it clear that collaboration truly yields the best results when serving students and families. Speaking of family, the administrator doesn't just lead a school, they nurture a community and foster a culture where belonging isn't just a buzzword, it is an everyday reality at this school. The leader understands the importance of family and models this important balance, this flow between school and home life. Despite a packed schedule, this leader shows up for his family. He attends children's sports and school events. He's even been observed actually running the sidelines at cross-country meets to keep up with his children. That level of dedication is not surprising because this leader is known for dedication, honesty, integrity, and respect, all critical oars powering the leadership journey. Oh, and coffee. Coffee powers his leadership journey. Students and staff seek out this leader not because they have to, but because they want to. When in the presence of this leader, you feel heard and seen and valued and supported. He understands that the ship he captains is just one in a fleet of many with the same mission of educating students. He offers support to fellow administrators without even being asked because he is just that great of a human and a crewmate, and he's actually one of the very best at developing an efficient, student-centered master schedule, and everyone knows it. This leader is highly respected, and one reason is that he shows others respect and honesty, and he believes in every single individual's ability to be their very best. He's reflective and never settles for good enough. He continues to challenge himself and others to be the best. His professional learning he takes very seriously. It might have started at CMU with a bachelor's and a master's, but it has progressed into very extensive learning about school leadership, continuous improvement, high reliability schools, and how to support every single member of his teaching team to be exceptional teachers. From an integrity perspective, there is no better. This leader shows us that it isn't about being right, it's about doing right. And then there is the ship's mainsail, which is trust. Trust isn't built with grand gestures or polished speeches, which is really excellent for this leader because he does not seek the spotlight. He builds trust in these quiet moments when he listens without judgment, he keeps his promises, and he really shows up for others. 2 years ago, he stood on this very stage, and he gave us his personal perspective about trust. He shared that trust is about being honest. Hi, Keith. His head's down. Trust is about being honest, vulnerable, and transparent. It's about having integrity and the courage so that your words consistently meet your actions. He exemplifies trust. His words consistently meet his actions. He's trustworthy, and he is generous in the trust he extends to his team to create a strong school culture. Whether it's dressing up like a pop star to hand out treats and pop to his staff, creating a school climate team, hosting Coffee and Cookies with Keith, which we know he really needs the coffee, or implementing the Viking Voice staff newsletter with points of pride so that he can really celebrate the awesome things happening at the school. Keith is an engaged and integrated leader who works to empower staff and remind them every day that they are all rowing the Viking ship together for students. Keith Seibert has been a Northeast Viking and valued member of our MPS crew for 26 years, first as a teacher at Northeast, a coach along the way, an assistant principal, and now a principal. Again, all at Northeast. There is no better champion, advocate, and Viking warrior for Northeast than Keith Seibert. Keith, we are proud to call you a trusted colleague and honored to extend this award to you, the 2025 Administrator Excellence Award, Keith Seibert. So fun, all of these award winners. Thank you for your joyous response to each and every one. MPS is proud to participate in the United Way of Midland County 2025 campaign. I'm happy to share that Tila Sherman will serve as the Midland Public Schools campaign chair, and I welcome her to share some remarks about our United Way campaign.
Good morning. Welcome, everyone. We're not going to talk too much about the United Way campaign. Last year, thank you so much to those of you who participated. We met and exceeded our goal. We raised close to $23,000 in 3 weeks. Chestnut Hill, where are y'all? Way up there. They won, so game on, everybody. It is based on participation. So do we have the dates? We start today, and then it goes through August 29th. Those of you that don't know about the United Way campaign, the money that we raise, we are the third largest employer in Midland, and we contribute money, and then that money goes directly to families and community members. So the money does stay within Midland. That's important for all of us to know. So campaign kicks off today. If you have questions, you can ask your administrators or you can reach out to me. I'm happy to help. United Way will send you an email. I promise the emails will stop if you either give, but you don't have to, because some of us aren't in that space to give, and that's totally cool. You just scroll down and say, I do not wish to give at this time. Those emails will stop. The email the link is specific to your email. So many of you reached out last year asking me if I could forward you the link. I don't have it. United Way creates a mailer that's specific to your email. So just wait for the next email and it'll come back to you. So kickoff 29th, we have incentives for each employment group, same as last year. Chestnut Hill, you loved your coffee truck, right? Okay, good. And then some of you teachers had lunch. And an administrator didn't serve you lunch. They got you lunch and then they watched your class. But those incentives we will be communicating through email. We don't want to take up too much time today. So thank you again for participating. Our goal this year, again, is $20,000. Have a great day, everybody. Have a good year.
Good morning, everybody. We are back. Is this our third year? This is your Year 3 of the Chelsea Katie Show. No, we won't be up here very long. Hi, my name is Katie Stearns. I am an English teacher at Midland High School.
And I'm Chelsea Berg, and I'm a social studies student leadership and Teachers of Tomorrow teacher at Dow High.
Oh, yeah. I teach Teachers of Tomorrow, too. Yeah. We're excited to come at you with our second year of the class. And last year was the first year we were able to implement it as a class, and it was really, really great. And it could not have gone off without the help of our mentor teachers. So before we kind of share with you the kickoff for this year, if you were a mentor teacher last year for our first ever Teachers of Tomorrow, could you please stand so we could just like tell you how awesome you are with an applause? Thank you. Chelsea will talk about how you could become a mentor teacher for this year. A couple of years ago, we had an awesome video to kind of share the kickoff for the Teachers of Tomorrow Club. And did we watch it again last year? Yeah. But we have a new video this year that will show the classes in action with some of the mentor teachers, some interviews. We'd like to show that video with you and then give you some information for this year. Is that all I was going to do? Okay. All right. So hit it.
Future Teachers of Tomorrow is experience.
And confidence.
The preparation for the preparation.
A chance to take a look at what it means to be a teacher today.
Future Teachers of Tomorrow is hope.
It's insightful. It's exciting. Future Teachers of Tomorrow is an opportunity for our students.
This is our moment.
Our main goal for the class was to open it up to anybody who is interested in any career in education.
Even if you don't go into teaching, the things that teachers do are universal.
A good candidate would be someone who is a go-getter, someone that likes to work with children,
and who is kind and patient.
If you are like on fire for all of those kind of things, you're definitely a good candidate for the TOTS program.
When I think about the students that I have in my class and where they were at the beginning of the year versus now, as they're finishing up their fieldwork experience, getting to talk to them about all of the things they've gained just from that firsthand experience has been really, really exciting. It's also made them grow so much as people.
First semester, we focused a lot on like the different stages of development and like developing lessons, so we kind of got a feel for what that was. We learned a little bit about state requirements in the first semester, and second semester was about experiencing all that, and we picked what grade level we wanted to be in and the kind of subject that we wanted to be in, so we could observe what we planned on doing in the future.
A lot of times what we think a teacher does is not even the majority of what a teacher does.
It is a hard job. It is an amazing job. And I know when I went through the same type of program when I was in high school, it really gave me a great overview of what I would be doing in the future.
More schools need to have a class like this because it is what's making kids realize that no matter what they hear from the outside world about the careers in education, that getting out there themselves and finding the importance in it is really what's going to solidify that it is the right thing for them.
It's a lot of reflecting. It's a lot of like seeing your actions, seeing what worked and see what didn't. It's a chance to come in and just reflect back to what it was like, but yet seeing it from a teacher's perspective. Now we've been working on looking at our chicks and the eggs and doing the candling with them. So that's been really exciting because it's new for them. And I've only seen that when I was in first grade. So you're kind of seeing, oh, now that I'm not on the receiving end of things, how am I thinking of what works, what didn't work, what gets attention, what doesn't?
It is so much more than teaching content.
One of the things they were most nervous about going into their placement was, what if I don't know enough math? You know, I got placed into science class and I said, the content will come. If you have the relationships there, then the content, whatever book you're teaching, whatever unit you're teaching will be easier.
So being able to get in with the students and experience the dynamics with the students, it really gives you that bigger picture of, is this what I want to do?
For a while, I've wanted to be a teacher. With this class, I'm able to see the impact I'm having on these students.
Because they are at the table with the Play-Doh, with the math manipulatives, working with the student, and they're in it. That to me is so amazing.
It's essential for Midland Public Schools to have this class. The people skills that they learn by working with students and their mentor teachers translate really to any career.
There is nothing more valuable than getting in and working hands-on with these students.
Even if you aren't thinking about being a teacher, just still definitely try it.
This is a time to explore it, and this is the class to do it.
So a couple years ago, Katie and I had gone to a conference where we got to see a video just like that from another school, and we looked at each other and said, someday we're going to have that video. And so it was very exciting for us at the end of the school year last year to get to see the first draft, and the whole process of making it was a little surreal, having these big film setups outside our classrooms. But we're very excited to get to share that with you. So with that being said, if that really sparked your interest to be a mentor teacher, we have a QR code for you up here to scan. This is not a commitment of any type finally. We're just looking for interest. We need elementary and middle school teachers. High school teachers, we did not forget about you, but unfortunately we can't place high school students in a high school classroom. So there would of course be opportunities in both buildings to have you come into our classes just to talk about your paths in education. But primarily elementary and middle school. We are looking for about 3 years of experience, but we can make some exceptions there. And then you do have to have students during the time that we have our class. And that information is all on the form as well. But like Katie said, we can't do this class without mentor teachers. I know in the video, Tracy mentioned that she took a class like this in high school. I did as well. And my mentor teacher when I was in high school is now a Gerstacker winner because Shannon Panosic was my mentor teacher. So that was very exciting to put this all together. But if you don't get a chance to scan today or in 3 days, you're like, I wish I would have scanned. Trust me, you'll see this QR code and form again because we'll keep pestering people to sign up. But we're looking for about early November where placements will be made. So just keep an eye out for information from either of us or contact either of us if you have questions or want to know more information.
All right. We would like to take a moment to acknowledge and celebrate the dedicated members of our staff who have reached significant milestones in their years of service at Midland Public Schools. Their unwavering commitment and hard work have been instrumental in shaping the lives of countless students and contributing to the success of our community. We are incredibly grateful for their passion, expertise, and tireless efforts. Please join us in honoring the following individuals. 10 years of service. Michael Donovan, Dominique Ensley, Eric Gust, Ashley Holden, Sharon Koszalski, Catherine Kratt, Morgan Mutacheski, Nolan Petrowski, and Jillian Seamster. Congratulations. If you could please stand. If you were one of those, please stand and we'll give you one more round of applause. Congratulations. "20 years of service. Please stand as I call your name. Lisa Billadu, Margaret Doan, Sarah Dodick, Vicki McPeak, Eric Moore, Kelly Murphy, Carrie Partinen, Jonathan Patton, Angelica Rajeski, Jamie Reed, Kendall Root, Andrew Scott, Mary Swanson, Kyle Tyson, Misty Tyson, Garrett Turner, and Marnie Williams. Congratulations. "25 years of service with MPS. Nicole Brewski, Shirley Buckley, Pam Chase, Yolanda Collier, Carol Drummond, David Jajitz, Jill English, Dawn Hockaday, Jennifer Jaster, Kelly Kipmiller, Jennifer Lehman, Tanya Ross, Amy Sabrin, Cheryl Schmansky, Wendy Thomas, John Volmerang, and James Worley. Congratulations. "30 years of service. Casey Gillette, Jason Harper, Jennifer Lennon, Stephanie May, Kimberly Reinhart, and Heather Chanteau. +30 years with MPS. Heather Aviles, Linda Sizak, Patricia Clancy, Mark Francisco, David Gilbert, Mary Beth Hall, Laura Kipmiller, Kimberly Mead, Michelle Moe, Michael Mogenberg, Mark Naffey, Angela Schmidt, Karina Sensabaugh, Kim Sheldrake Formsma, Catherine Stearns, Pamela Taylor, Sharon White, and Mary Zeitler. +40 years of service with MPS. Timothy Chisholm with 44 years. And Lori Kazmarek with 41 years. Thank you all for your service to MPS. We appreciate you. Today, we also want to celebrate the incredible careers of the 2024-25 MPS retirees. We extend our deepest gratitude for their hard work and dedication. Please join us in wishing a happy and fulfilling retirement to the following individuals: Eric Albright, Anthony Bauer, Diane Bush, Stacy Capua, Jill Courier, Mark Hackbarth, Jacqueline McGee, Angela McMath, Ann Pollett, Susan Price, Lisa Raby, Susan Roberson, Mary Sanborn, Paul Schroll, Tina Schulteis, Dawn Smith, Bridget Sova, Karen Staley, John Streeter, Michelle Vo, Karen Welser, Jeff Yoder, and Paula Young Anderson. All right, and with gratitude for the years of service our retirees have dedicated to our schools, we now turn our attention to the future. Please join me in extending a warm welcome to the new staff joining Midland Public Schools. We are eager to see the contributions they will make and look forward to their positive impact on our students and community. Please stand if you are a new staff member. Welcome to the team.
New team members, I hope you just really felt that love and are seeing that you are joining a team that really cares about one another and likes to celebrate one another. Thanks. Again, we've celebrated some really extraordinary colleagues today, but here's the truth. You know, I said at the beginning that we're difference makers, and every single one of us has the power to make a difference this year. Sometimes that moment will be big, like when you have that breakthrough with a student who's really been struggling. And sometimes that moment might be small, when you have a quick exchange with someone in the hallway, or you share a kind word with a student who's getting on the bus in the morning. That can change the entire vibe of someone's day. You all have amazing strengths that you bring here to Midland Public Schools, and I think it's time that we share those. If you're willing to play along and use your own personal device, I ask you to pull out your phone, Follow this QR code. It will take you to a poll with just this one question. And it is going to populate on the screen, so please keep it clean. In one word, what strength will you bring to your students and colleagues to be a difference maker this school year? We're going to give you just a couple of minutes to do that. JR is going to give us some upbeat music, and we're going to enjoy these words of celebration and strength. Let's just imagine what some of the words were. Does somebody want to give us a couple shout outs of the words you typed in? Passion, great. Joy, my favorite word. Enthusiasm, love, respect, listening. All great words. Imagine this beautiful word cloud of these amazing words and the strengths that we bring. Heartfelt responses, obviously. I'm sure there were probably a few humorous ones, so I'll look for those too. We'll share that out with the team in our next communication. So before we head out and launch into this new school year, I do have an ask of you, as I have every year now for the past two. I do really want you to look around the room one more time and really see the people who are here. We are our greatest strength. You are our greatest strength. Begin this school year, please begin this school year knowing that what you bring makes a difference. You are the difference makers. It's your energy, your passion, your joy, your knowledge, and your endless belief in our students and your endless belief in one another that's really going to carry us forward. I say it every year, I am incredibly proud to work alongside all of you. We're creating really something special here. So let's go have an awesome year and make a difference. Have a great year, everyone.